Hey,
What up,
Jamie.
though? And welcome to the NFL Roundtable Talks, hosted by yours truly, out of Michigan, Smoking Jeremy B, with my friends Megan, Aussie Go Crocker. Let me get her little cue up here.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
I love
We
it.
got Jamie Malloy, Bills extraordinaire. How you doing,
Oh, hey.
Jamie?
Good, Jeremy. How about you?
Fantastic. Better now that I'm home in the AC instead of slinging tires. We closed at 6:30 and I still stole over $1,300 worth of tires.
Congrats, brother.
Well done.
Chicken Nugget, how you been, my brother?
Hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's about that time in the season, man. It's a breath of fresh air. Happy to be here, back on the show, NFL Round Talks with my guy, Smoking Jeremy B, and the rest of the panel. Let's get straight to the fireworks, man. Let's pop this off, man.
All right. And of course, the one, the only BCP, Will Vogel. How you doing, Will?
I'm back. Took a little time off. Got stuff came up, but I'm back. I'm happy. Football's right around the corner. We're 1 month away from NFL, the Hall of Fame game. Can't wait to watch that. So, yeah.
And from all of us at KCB Sports Network, I made this for the Lions fan cave chat, but I'm going to put it up now because, well, it deserves to be talked about a lot. And that's the one and only thing that we should have been celebrating on the 4th of July. Happy 250th birthday, America.
Yep.
God bless you, America.
Yep.
God bless America, man. 250 years. Yeah, you real old, but you staying sharp. Staying real sharp.
Australia's coming up on you though. 235 this past January, so we're catching you. But you'll always be our older brother, America. God bless you.
3 days before us is Canada Day.
Yeah, I know. They had theirs.
That's America's top hat. Will we don't worry about the top hat unless it's a baseball cap.
Amen. So, that being said, how was everybody's 4th of July? Because two of you weren't here to talk about it.
Let's just say I worked for 6 hours. We were busy for like 3.5 of those, and then I got home, ate something, I think I took like an hour and a half nap, and I just stayed indoors. Because the southeast of the United States, where I reside, is hot as hell. 95 plus
No.
every day.
Oh, we're in the single digits here, Will. So I'll give you the single digits for
Yeah, I
warm
know
weather.
you guys are in winter right now.
Yeah, I'll take the heat. Thank you.
I wish I could share it with you, Megan.
Just not that humidity. I don't have time for a
Oh,
migraine.
we have
brother.
bad humidity too. But yeah,
I don't have time for the migraine.
I'll tell you what, it's so humid here that I felt like I needed scuba gear the last 2 days. And when I got home, I needed to shower right away. And the main reason, because I was trying to decide if my ass crack or Shrek was fighting for that swamp back there.
And then if it's anything like humidity where I am, Jeremy, you get out of the shower, turn around, go back into the shower because it's still humid as F and you're already sweating
Yes.
as you get out of the shower. Yeah. I know what that's like.
I'm going to
Yes.
have to
When
ahead.
we do our little hometown takes after the rapid fire, where everybody gets to talk about their teams, of course, Megan will be able to talk about the sale of the Seahawks. So, yes, that's important. But we do have some headlines that I did want to cover. First and foremost, I hate talking about this team, but they're part of the NFL, so I have to. The Packers signed linebacker Isaiah McDuffie to a 2-year, $8.8 million extension. Well deserved. He's an average to above average linebacker. He does pretty well for him. And I think it's a good value for an off ball linebacker considering where people are at. So, what do you think about it, Megan?
I agree. It's only, I say only 2 years. I think it puts them in a good position. I'm with you. I think it's well deserved. Yeah, I thought it could go a little higher than that. I'm glad it didn't for 2 years. I think, yeah, it's well deserved. So good luck to him, but F the Packers. Sorry, I said it. Oh, did I say it too loud?
FTP.
FTP.
Or like the way I like to say it, FTP.
But yeah, I
Jamie?
think well deserved.
Yeah, I agree with Megan. It's well deserved for a guy who just does his job. He's not going to be he's not going to be the superstar. He's not going to be the Hall of Famer. He's not going to be ever going to probably be the best player on the team, but he's not the worst player on the team either. He just does his job, and he got paid what he was worth for helping the Packers as best as he can to the best of his ability.
I agree. Chicken Nugget?
Same with Jamie. Not the worst player, but a guy that's willing to go out there and put on his suit and just go straight to work. And I hate that he's in my division, but other than that, just get your money, get what you're due, as long as you get what you're due and you stay focused on what you can, contribute to for the team, you're great. You're fine. Other than that, you're just a Packer. You're not a Lion. So beat it, FTP.
Amen,
Or a
brother.
Seahawk Nugget.
Will, how do you feel about this deal for Isaiah?
You know what? I'm unfortunately wearing the Packers colors, but this is comics curing cancer, not
Okay.
Packers colors.
Okay, well let it
We'll
pass.
let it slide this time.
Yep.
But
From now on, no gangrene.
Yeah, exactly. He's probably the third string linebacker if I have to guess behind Adrian Cooper and Micah Parsons. But yeah, I looked at his numbers before the show when Jeremy sent me the topics, and he's a solid linebacker, like everyone said. He's doing his job. Of course, he's no Micah Parsons, but like we've said a bunch, he does his job and what he's doing, and he's helping the team to his best of his ability. And you know what? Good for him. 2 years, 8.8 million. Hey, not bad money.
What
That's
I
cheap.
also like. Oh, sorry.
It's cheap, exactly.
Yep. So go ahead, Megan.
I like his consistency. Yeah, as you said,
And-
second, third at best, but he always turns up. He always, as has been said, is ready.
I think he's going to be starting outside because they don't have Rashawn Gary, and they also lost Quay Walker. I think he's going to be stepping into a starting role.
I can see that for sure.
I could see that, yeah. But what I mean is, even though he's third string, he's always there, just competing. Not being flashy, not needing to be flashy with Parsons.
You know what I want to say to this is that I think that he signed with the Packers because of the scheme. They think he could really fit the scheme and fit what they put on the field and what they could display. That's what I think he signed on to the team for. 2 years and, some money like that for cheap. Yeah, you definitely signed on to see if you could fit the scheme. You already know who you're familiar with Micah Parsons, good friends with him at that. Yeah, you definitely want to, fit right in. You want to fit in and build some chemistry with other guys, not just one guy that you know on the team.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Yep.
I just think it was a solid move. I like the move for the Packers, even though I hate the Packers with a passion as far as the team, not the fans. A lot of the fans are friends that watch this show, and we've had a few on this show. Steve Israel has been on here. Ken Catalone back in the day, and we haven't seen him in a while, was Mike, the other Michael.
You're allowed one mistake. You're allowed one mistake in life, and for those boys, it's the fact they're Packer fans. The team.
And I applaud Yoli because she lives in Chicago with 8 brothers that are Bears fans, and she was smart enough to at least pick a winning team in the Packers.
Yeah.
And Yoli rocks. We all know this.
Yes. Now on to our next subject. I think we beat this one into the ground. Alvin Kamara restructures his contract to stay for 2026. I think it had to be done because they had just started to get out of cap hell and they just had a little bit of cap room. This allows them the flexibility if somebody gets injured to be able to sign players later on. And I think it was very important because they were basically right at the salary cap after they were done with their rookie signings. How do you feel about that, Will?
You know what? I'm not surprised. Kamara's been there his whole career. I think his agent was in quoting and saying that he wants to retire, saying, but with that being said, do I expect him to be the starter next year? I don't. I think he's going to be used. I think it's, and don't get mad at me saying this, I think it's going to be a 2 running back system. And it's going to be like 60-40 or 70-30. It's going to be like what Detroit had, but not as good. It's going to be ETN and Kamara.
Chicken nugget?
So he decided to do a redo like how he did with his, first pitch out in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had to do a
Yeah.
redo. I remember.
Yeah, that was a jab.
You
Yeah,
I
think?
love it.
Wow.
And a
but
face off.
but if he wants to retire a Saint, let him retire a Saint. There was no other team out there that was willing to give him the offer that he wanted to get. And if he's going to go 60-40, go 60-40. Have at it. Just be a team player about it. And, don't get disgruntled if you don't get many touches. If you get touches, you get touches. If you don't, you don't. I'm happy for the guy individually, but at the end of the day, for you to do a redo, yeah, get real with yourself. You could have done better.
All right. I'll get to you in a second, David. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you just fine.
You can. Okay, cool.
Jamie, what's your take on that deal?
There's some things like I said, I agree with. I agree with the what Chicken Nugget said about Alvin Kamara's always been that dude. I feel like for the Saints, and I feel like the one thing he's shown is loyalty to the team. I think throughout the last 8 years, even with the transition of Breeze being gone and Sean Payton leaving and Dennis Allen and now Kellen Moore, he never wanted to leave to go to a contender. He's been willing to stay loyal to the team that drafted him. And like I said, the restructure, I think that's a gift to the NFL because it allows you, like I said, to give you money to spend for extra players, whether you do it in the offseason, whether you do it now, or it's a great tool at any point of the season to create more cap money and to be able to help the team. And like you said, it could be a 60-40 between him and Travis Etienne. I think, that could work out for the Saints. I got a young quarterback and Tyler Shaw. I mean, I still think they're probably a year away, from doing some real damage, but I think they're going to be fun to watch again, and the league is better when the Saints are fun to at least competitive and fun to watch like they were with Drew Brees and the Sean Payton era.
I agree. All right, Megan.
I love the loyalty for Alvin Kamara for the Saints. My only concern is age. But then if you're not playing him, if you're playing him 60-40, 70-30, I guess that doesn't come into it as much. I am looking forward to seeing him play with my boy Etienne. I've always loved Etienne. So, yeah, I love that it gives them a bit of what I believe the professionals call wiggle room with the cap. I think that's well needed for that team. Yeah, bring on Kamara and Etienne and may the Saints go marching on.
All right, David, welcome to the show. I do want to say you didn't get to talk on the first subject, so I'll start with that too. The Packers signed Isaiah White, was it?
Duffy.
McDuffie.
Yeah, to
McDuffie.
a 2-year extension as a linebacker. And with the loss of Quay Walker and Rashawn Gary, they kind of needed somebody for that role. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree with it. I don't you know, a lot of people want to sit, and I'm also on this bandwagon that the Packers aren't as good as people think they are. The Packers offensive line is not as good as people think it is. They're going to be without Kraft and without Parsons for at least, and this is if they start on the pup. If they both start on the pup, the soonest they can practice would be the 5th week. They wouldn't play in the 5th week.
No, they passed. You didn't hear the new
would-
rule about the pup? We talked about it one of the weeks you weren't here. Now players can be activated after 2 weeks of being on the pup when they're on it before the season.
Wow. And if they start the season on the pup.
Yeah. If they're on the pup during the preseason, they can be activated by the 2nd week.
I still don't see Parsons and Kraft coming back before the 5th. I just don't see it. And strangely enough, Mahomes has the same injury, and he's like due back the 1st week of the season. So
they say that, but he hasn't been medically cleared for contact yet. So until he's cleared for that, I don't agree with it.
Right.
And then this one about Alvin Kamara with him restructuring the clear cap.
I mean, as long as he's made it pretty clear that he wants to stay a Saint and retire a Saint, and I think that's what's the word that I'm looking for?
Admirable,
commendable. That a guy would want to stay with the team that drafted him. I mean, there's a lot of them, and it's unfortunately it's all over the league. I'm sure there's a lot of backs that would like to stay with the teams that drafted them, but at the same time, well, now that the running back market is actually coming back into what it should be, and not just like a throwaway position where you can just like restart it every 4 years because you feel like doing it. And I'm sorry, that's just not the case.
Right.
But yeah, I like it for Alvin Kamara. I like it, man. I don't know how many touches he's going to get with Travis Etienne back there. And I know you were just saying a couple minutes ago it'd probably be 60-40, maybe even less, depending on how good Etienne runs. So, but I think it's good for the Saints. And as far as and I heard somebody say that there's more like it's good for the NFL when the Saints are good. It's good for the NFL when the Bears are good.
When any team is good, technically, when any team is good, it makes it better, especially teams that have been bottom feeders.
Technically, when you're the team that started the league, the league wants you to be good.
Doesn't mean you will be, though.
Exactly.
I'm just saying about the Bears. No disrespect.
I love it. I know, I love it. And
brother, why? One thing that makes me irk and a little bit tick is that you Bears fans been just like, celebrating like as if it's just crazy.
We did it too. We did it too when we
finally
won the division.
I know. I'm just giving them heck.
I know.
You know what the problem? You know what the problem is? Packers fans are so arrogant that they think that first place and sweeping teams is the norm.
They're arrogant too. They're very arrogant.
Very extremely arrogant. I've even said it to Packer fans on the comment. You're too conceited for your own good.
I got told that as a Seahawk fan yesterday by a Rams fan. It's every team, every rival.
Yeah, well,
every rival
does that. Every rival does that.
Not like Packer fans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not like
there's
Packer
a few
fans.
of them I respect, and I'll leave it at that.
Packer fans absolutely lost their mind when they lost to us twice last year. They're still losing their mind every day.
Rams fans are doing that to the Seahawks with the 2-point conversion.
Not-
Let's
not-
move on.
Not
Hello
like this.
there. It looks like it says.
Hey, but it's all love.
Oh, I
Leap
don't.
rock
I don't have any
Okay.
problems with teams, dude. I don't have any problems with teams. And somebody asked me why I felt like the Bears would be like, here. I'm sorry. Sorry. This is not. This isn't the time. I'm sorry, Jeremy. You're gonna let me go off on my own, dude. Don't let me do that, dude. What else?
So let's move on to the next subject. Oh, I did that one.
You
I
did
put it
that
in there
one.
twice. I did it twice. That's why. Okay, I loaded it twice. George Pickens plays on his is planning on playing on his $27.3 million franchise tag. I think this is good for the Cowboys.
The Cowboys have a history
Oh,
of doing
wait.
it, though.
Well, we're doing it in order.
1 sec, man.
How about you put your sentence together so I can follow it?
Who?
No,
There's
no,
the guy
the
in the
chat.
comments.
You got to go in the
Oh.
comments, David, not you.
Oh, I
He's
can't even
putting
see the
in
comments.
one word at a time. So, Megan, how do you feel about this George Pickens news that he plans on playing instead of holding out like he did in OTAs?
I think it's great. The fact he's made his decision. I loathe when players hold out for the bag they think they deserve. We had it with our MVP with K9 wanting more than the Seahawks were willing to give, thinking he could play hardball. Seahawks let him go to Kansas, still bitter about that because I only just got his jersey before he left. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the whole. I know what the franchise tag is, but this is the first time I've actually seen it sort of activated, if that's the word. But I think good on him. Good on him for playing on. Yeah, I hate when they get stubborn. Brandon Ayuk, excuse me. Yeah, I think it's good that he's decided, as you said, OTAs. Good luck.
I agree. Jamie.
I love me some George Pickens. Deciding, and I love that decision for him to resign or to him to get his franchise tag. He could worry just about would you just worry 1 year at a time. Him and Dak can get that chemistry going in the regular season. But like I said, him and the offense, him and the Cowboys offense, isn't going to be the issue. It's like I said, can the new defensive coordinator Christian Parker, and personally, I think he will, because he's going to be running more of an attacking defense, not that conservative, reactive defense that Matt Ebertrash was running last year.
All right, and we got the favorite Packer fan in
Hey,
here. The only
Gabriel.
one I like is Yoli.
Yoli, 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 hello.
Holy.
Now, that is one Packers fan I will never say what I said before previously to other Packers fans. Miss Yoli, good to see you, sweetheart.
Isn't it funny that Brandon Ayuk rhymes with puke in the same league as Dylan Larkin for me, is what MDE says.
I'm not going to comment on that, because what I think will get Jeremy kicked off all YouTube and all socials forever. So I'm going to refrain.
That's okay. Chicken Nugget, how do you feel about this news about Pickens?
Hey, at the end of the day, they want him to work for that extension. They want him to work for it. And if he can work for it, then he'll get it. But at the end of the day, they're just going to give him whatever they want to give him. And sometimes when you got a player like George Pickens is going to show up and show out every Sunday. He's not going to be a guy where he fails or drops passes. He's going to be a guy that's going to make electrifying plays Sunday by Sunday. So you better give him that extension once he earns it, But they're not my team. All I can say is just, do what you got to do to earn your extension. Any team would give you an extension if you just work hard and win.
All right. Well,
I like it because I think he was quoted saying football first, contract second. So he's going to show what he can do on the field. And we'll see what he does on the field, and we'll see what the Cowboys offer after this tag. And it'll reflect how he played on the field and what they thought of him during the regular season. So good on him. Football first before contract, because I don't like seeing players hold out, because I just think it's kind of immature.
well, on top of that, I don't think any fan wants a player to hold out and have what happened to Le'Veon Bell happen to that player, regardless of
because
team.
it shows
Right.
immaturity.
Right. I think holding out is just a selfish move to the team and
It's
to yourself as a
immature.
player.
It
It's just
destroys
selfish.
chemistry.
Like I said, it's stubborn because the players think they're gods, and it's, as Will just said, it's immaturity. It's no, you will give me what I want, and I am going to sit on my tail until you do, and if you don't, well, I'm just going to make this more difficult, i.e. Brandon Ayuk, and I'm going to, go down that road. And yeah, I think I love that. Football first, contract later. Let me play. Let me show you I deserve this. Then you pay me. If I don't show you, you don't pay me. Seems reasonable to me.
I agree. David, how do you feel about it?
Okay, first of all, when Dallas offered him the franchise tag, he signed it immediately.
Right.
He wants to be a Cowboy. His first year in a Cowboys uniform, he caught 93 balls and 9 touchdowns. I'm sorry, that's worth an immediate extension. I'm not letting you get to the free agent market if I have that out of you. And that's only out of George Pickens. That's not counting what CD Lamb gets you.
Right.
Now the whole thing with this is I don't think Dallas can sign him to a contract because that'll put them over the salary cap. They can't sign him to a deal. Dak Prescott is signed. CD Lamb is signed. Their running back is signed. They cannot continue to add people at skill positions. They just don't have the cap space.
So is that why they tag him?
Well, after they get over the dead cap hit, because next year is the last year of the dead cap hit for Mark, or the end. This year is the last year of Micah Parsons' dead cap hit from that trade, because the Packers already extended him. Now, next year they'll have the money to possibly do something for him, but they couldn't afford to do it this year.
Right. Okay. Yep.
So yes, you're right. I agree.
I mean, it's just there's only so much money you're giving Dak Prescott $60 million. Okay. You're giving CD Lamb 33 or 34 million. I think, isn't that the number?
Yeah, he giving him 34, and he's a wide receiver too. Let's face it, on that team, you can't afford to give him over 30 million. You can't.
Well, you can't afford to give them over 30 million because they simply don't have it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But next year, when the dead cap clears from the trades they made, they'll be able to afford more. Because when you look at the actual cap hits, even though Dak's average is 60 million per year, the cap hit isn't 60 million.
Right.
Next year.
Right.
So that's how they
that.
I think the cap hit next year is like 38 million. So the dead cap is what kills them on these long contracts when they extend them out and add the void years and everything. It makes the dead cap go out further. That's what kills these teams.
Agreed. I just don't and that's the whole thing. The whole you need to prove it to us and earn it. I'm sorry. Like I said, 93 catches in your first year in Dallas, and you proved when CD Lamb was out that you could be the man. There is no need to prove anything anymore.
Yeah,
You either
Broski Barrett
sign,
says
you either sign
Gandalf
the.
equals the white.
Yes,
I
it
couldn't
is.
agree more.
Hey, man. If you got it, flaunt it, dude. And I have it in spades.
With room to spare, some may
Well,
say, David.
So
you know.
I'm glad everybody's on board, and I agree with what Pickens said. Football first, contract second.
Yeah.
Thank you, Broski Bear. And I agree with that sentiment. And more players need to think that way rather than pay me now or I'm sitting out.
Me.
The only part I disagree with this in here is when they do it off their rookie deals.
Right.
When they sit there and
Right.
they've had
100%.
they've had 2-3 years in the league. You're on a 4-year or 4-year with a option 5th year, and you decide after 2 or 3 years, hey, I want my fucking money now. I'm gonna hold out. Well, fuck you, hold out.
Yeah,
Hold
I
out.
agree.
Yeah.
I have you under
100%, David.
I have you under contract for 5 years. Hold out all you want. And you know what? If you really want to be a bitch about it, I can franchise tag you for another 3 years. You can't go anywhere unless I feel like it.
Okay. So now I'm going to move us to our last subject, and it does have to do with the holdout. You notice how everything had to do with nobody holding out.
We were building.
Hey, it was a good buildup. Hell of a buildup.
The Bucks and Baker Mayfield are still far apart on an extension, but I feel Mayfield has earned the extension from Tampa Bay, and they're sitting far apart on what they're doing. And it's looking like he is going to sit out until they get something done. How do you feel about that, David?
Well, I'll tell you what. If Tampa starts out, say, 0-2, 0-3, watch how quickly Baker Mayfield gets signed. Watch how quickly he gets signed. And I think the reason why Tampa excuse me, why Tampa doesn't want to pay him is because he wants 100+ million, and he deserves 100+ million.
Yeah, I agree that he
deserves
100% deserves at least
45,
that 30,
45,
33 to
50
40 million a year with what he's done for Tampa Bay.
I mean, if you really want to do it and you really want to slide him to the lowest scale right now, and this is because of what Daniel Jones did 3 years ago when he signed for 40 million a year. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's Daniel Jones now that I think about it, but it's $40 million a year is the low ceiling for the shit now, dude. So if you want to give a guy 40, if Baker Mayfield, 45, 50 million, like I said, let Tampa Bay start out 0-3 or 0-4.
Oh,
and you'll
I knew
find
where
out
you were
how
going with that, Broski. I'll talk about it here in a second.
And you'll find out how quickly they all of a sudden change their mind and go, oh, well, you know what, Baker, you might be what you say you are.
Well,
I think Baker deserves it 100%. It sucks he got hurt in the Buck. As much as I'm a Panther fan and I like seeing the Bucks suck, I am a big Baker Mayfield fan. I am huge on Baker Mayfield. I liked him in college. I've liked him for a while. He's a good quarterback. I hate seeing and I hated seeing him last year. I hated seeing him rise and then fall so hard because, no offense, my Panthers shouldn't have won that division. If Baker stayed healthy and all their pieces stayed healthy that whole year, Bucks would be in the playoffs, and he probably would have had, in my opinion, would have had this extension. And he played like an MVP candidate when they were rolling
through the first 8 weeks
half of the season. Yeah. And I like Baker, so I think he deserves it personally.
All right, chicken nugget.
I believe his agent is going to pound the table for him to get that 100 plus million and get it done quick, because if they don't get it done quick, then things are going to go haywire and the Bucks are not going to like going down 0-2 or 0-3 in the season, and Baker is a bona fide stud at the position that he is, being the quarterback that's tough nosed, hard knock type of guy. Tampa is just fitting him well. So I mean, if there's any other quarterback in the league that deserves his extension, like right now, it's Baker Mayfield. I definitely agree.
Megan.
Just quick sidebar, who is the QB2 for Tampa?
Jake Browning.
Jake
Yeah,
Browning.
okay, so-
And
I
don't
just
they
looked
still
it
have
up.
Kyle Trash as their QB3?
I don't think so.
Or did they finally
Okay.
let him go last year?
I think they finally let him go.
I was never a huge Baker Mayfield fan till he got to the Bucks, and I have loved him since the Bucks. Now, I barely watch the Bucks. I've got a dear friend who I stream with occasionally that is a major Bucks fan, so I hear all about it. If he again, it's the holdout thing, like David said. I hate when they hold out, but I think this time it's justified because he is worth that money. And if the Bucks aren't going to pay him, sit out and see, as David said so rightly, how damn quickly they start losing a few in a row. Agree with David. See how damn quickly they get it done. But yeah, I totally agree. He deserves it. And I hope it's done sooner rather than later. But from what I just read, don't hold your breath, boys. He's going to be sitting.
If I may, Jeremy B, I don't know if you've seen, but when he said that callback from Adrian Foster when he told another player, "Who are you?" That was a hell of a callback to Adrian Foster going at it with a secondary player, and letting them know what it is. So Baker Mayfield definitely is a showman. So if you haven't seen that clip, look at that clip on Instagram. It's totally good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I personally feel this has more to do with the fact that Todd Bowles is on the hot seat is why Tampa's dragging their feet. They want to make sure the next coach wants Baker Mayfield there before they sign him to a long-term extension. And business side wise, if that's the case, if they're getting ready to blow up the coaching staff, that kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I get why Baker's doing what he's doing. He deserves to be paid, even if it's just make it so his money's right this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you ask Jamie? I think he skipped Jamie.
Jamie, no, I did. Jamie?
Hey, Baker's the man. I'm telling you, I agree with Megan and everything. In this circumstance, he should be holding out to get that type of money. In fact, I actually think this is what he deserved being with Tampa, because to tell you the truth, even if he stayed with Cleveland, I think Cleveland would have probably, I think Cleveland would have gave him a lot more than what he deserves. So I think he got the $110 million with Tampa. Maybe it was a good thing that, he signed with Tampa for potentially less than hypothetically what he would have if the Browns kept him. So,
well, didn't he go to like the Rams overnight when Stafford was hurt and won that game?
Game-winning drive on Thursday night football.
Yep.
Yeah, I was at Del Lago Casino in Syracuse when that
He went and then he went to Tampa in the offseason because they didn't re-sign him because
Carolina.
Matt Stafford was coming. Yeah, he went to
Carolina and Sam Darnold. Yep. Guess who was his offensive coordinator in Carolina?
Don't remind me.
Joe Brady.
Yeah, I get the "don't remind me" comment there, Will. Yeah.
We'll be okay.
Keep telling yourself that. It's okay. I'll go to my happy place. I'll go to my happy place. We're
I'm
good.
not with the quarterback we have. I'm not.
You're not
I
happy
know.
with Price?
That's another story.
He
So you're
actually
not-
threw for Will actually, you know what though? Darnold actually threw for 4 straight 300 games of 300 yards
My
with
boy.
Brady as the OC, and not Darnold. It may have been Darnold, but one of them under Joe Brady had 4 straight games of 300 yards under.
That's true.
That was Sam, wasn't it? Or am I?
No, I think it was Darnold. Yeah, but Brady was the
That was
OC
Darnold.
for both of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
All right. And then we hear the news that Daniel Jones is completely cleared of his ACL injury to return to full contact prior to training camp.
Ooh.
So, how do you feel about that one, David?
I like it, man. Daniel Jones has proven he's a good quarterback, and before last year when he went down last year, Indianapolis was kicking some serious ass.
Yes, they were.
So
Weren't they
so
like
there's
5-3 through week 8? And they
something
were
like
leading
that. So
they were
Something like
leading the
that.
division they were leading the division in the AFC South at the time.
the AFC South, man. I mean, it has a couple more winners than the NFC South, but still, I
Thanks.
mean, you know, it's a fun division.
oh man.
It's a fun division.
It is.
You think so, broski? I don't know, man.
We're going to talk about that here shortly, because right now I'm going to do my rapid fire segment, because after we get done with these 4 people talking about the Daniel Jones thing, you know, and we got Daniel Jones Jr. up here in that upper right corner known as
Yeah,
DCP.
right. You wonder?
No, I was going to say great insult to Daniel Jones. I kid you.
JB, you can't call me that
Actually,
anymore.
Jeremy,
Do you
I
know
need
why?
to go, man.
JB, you
Hi,
can't call me
David.
that anymore because there's a guy in my church group,
Yeah.
ALG, Young Adults. His real name is actually Daniel Jones.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
do have to go, Jeremy. I enjoy being on your show, dude, but I have to jot.
Hey, thank
Good
you
to
for
see you,
coming,
David.
David.
Thank you,
Shout
David.
out any
Nice to see you.
programs that you go
Big
on
shout
a
out to you,
regular
David.
basis.
Hey, guys, you know, the huddle's on every day at noon. Red Zone Ranch usually every Sunday at 10.
Nice.
Those are 2 shows I'm on, and usually, you know, if I can, I'll try to duck into everybody else's, like I do with you, Jeremy. You know, I knew you were going to be here, and you know, so I knew sooner or later I was going to be able to jump in and say hey to you guys. Other than that, man, like I said, the huddle, the Red Zone Rant. I'm the white. I have a lot of I'm extremely devil's advocate. So,
Right.
but yes, thank you guys.
Thank
Good
you.
to
Thank
see
you,
you,
David. Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
Will gave his
MGE's
take.
comment.
Yeah, okay.
Don't
The
tease
rapid
us
me
with
daddy.
a good time. Don't tease us with a good time.
So
All right. Chicken, did you give your take yet, Will?
no, I'll go real fast. David hit it immediately. When the Colts went just like Baker, when the Colts were hot last year, when Daniel Jones was healthy, he was playing like an MVP candidate. And you know what? Good for him. I hope he has a really good year this year where he doesn't get injured. Because you got Jonathan Taylor, you got Tyler Warren, you got some good other young pieces. Like this Colts team, we'll see what they can do this year. Hopefully, they can do what they did last year, except for Daniel Jones not getting hurt. But that's what I got.
All right. Chicken nugget.
Danny Dimes is the truth. Before the injury, he was the truth. After the injury, he's going to continue to be the truth. And you can bank on it because this guy has helped this team get over the hump in the first, half of the season and made them go on an extreme great run with a nice offensive line. Run game was impressive. Everything was clicking with the OC and even him. That team was just on fire. Defensively, they were getting stops. I mean, Danny Dimes is just Danny Dimes. Let him go out there and just ball out. And I'm expecting something that's going to be hot and real spicy this year from Danny Dimes. So I'm definitely on the lookout.
All right, Jamie.
I love, like I said, love me some Danny Dimes when he's healthy. Looks like it's encouraging news that he's been working hard to getting back to being healthy. And if he does stay 100% healthy for all 17 games, I think you're not only going to be saying that close counts in horseshoes, winning counts in the horseshoe with the Colts.
Amen. Good pun.
Megan?
Yeah, I think it was interesting watching the Colts after Danny Dimes got injured. The drop off the cliff was unbelievable. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes, whether he'll be as ready as he can be after an ACL, how he'll go the first couple of games. But yeah, I'm so glad to hear that he's done the work and it's looking good. But yeah, I'm always wary when players come back from knee injuries, never having done an ACL, but in full contact hockey, I blew a knee. So I'm always interested to see those first couple of games, but I think if he stays healthy, good luck to the Colts. It's going to be interesting.
Yes.
It is a very interesting division, and I think it could behoove them because the one thing they
pun. Another pun. Well done, sir.
Let me finish. But yes, I did say behoove, but
behoove. I like that word.
But at the same time, they have a good offensive line. Even when they had old man Rivers back there, he wasn't on his back like a mattress actress. So I think they have a good shot. The difference was the running game disappeared.
Uh-huh.
Jonathan Taylor, for some reason, wasn't running as good. I don't know if he was having an issue or what, but that was a huge part of the reason why they struggled.
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
All right. So we made it through all the topics tonight. Now it's time to go to Colts defense is a top half in league at least. And yes, that O-line is top 5 to 10. So I agree, MDE. Now let's get to the rapid fire questions. Should Baker Mayfield's stalled extension worry the Buccaneers fans? Megan, fire or ice?
Fire, because I think they have a reason to worry if he's not there.
Jamie?
Fire, reason to worry, not there.
Chicken nugget.
Like that old school song said, fire.
Ohio players, 1972.
Nice, good call.
Oh, nice reference, Nugget.
Will Vogel.
Fire.
I say
Oh,
Inferno. They
fire.
might as well burn down Raymond James Stadium if Baker Mayfield's holding out to start the season, because they may end up at the bottom of the league.
Oh.
That's a shuddering thought. Shuddering thought, I should say.
Is George Pickens worth a long-term deal after playing on the franchise tag? Will Vogel, fire or ice?
Oh, man. He's a wide receiver too, but I know this sounds controversial, but I'm going to say ice.
Ooh, MDE said the same thing. Chicken nugget.
got 93 catches and 9 touchdowns, like David said. But then again, anything can happen. So with that being said, Iceman, baby, why you so cold?
God, you
Nice.
and
Why are they coming out with the
Yeah,
music?
vanilla.
cold, man.
Jamie,
You on the outskirts, baby.
Jamie, fire or ice on George Pickens?
Well, what was the actual question about George Pickens?
Worth a long-term deal after playing on the franchise tag, fire or ice?
Ice, because right now, as David said, they don't have the cap space right now to sign them. That they would have to wait until next year to do that. But right now, ice.
And
The
Nick
one
comes
thing-
in cold. Nick comes in and says cold as 2 feet of snow. All right,
true.
Megan, fire or ice?
Oh, this is 50-50 for me because I want him to get
It's
the long
icy hot.
I can be cold as ice, Will. I hope you never find out how cold, brother. If I give you the cold shoulder, the Arctic is warm. I'm flipping a coin on this. I want to say fire, but it's ice because of the cap situation.
You should just say icy hot, like the Shaq commercials.
I don't know what that
Oh.
is because I'm not in your country, Will.
Oh.
Icy hot is a brand of ointment for
Oh,
sore
you mean
ligaments.
like DP
Like
that DP
DP,
that got
Blue
got me
Emu,
through got me through 2 shoulder injuries. It's as much as I hate to say it, it's ice until next year. Yeah.
I agree. Is that extension may not get done till next season because of the reasons I said. So for this year, it's ice.
I wish it could be fire though, but no, it's ice.
Will Daniel Jones' Achilles recovery spark a Colts playoff push? It was Achilles, not his knee.
Oh, I thought it was Achilles. That's why.
It's Megan, right? I think it is.
Yep, Megan.
Yeah, Achilles are notorious for being re-injurable after the surgery. I think it's fire because we saw what they were like without him. And I think if he's not there, or God forbid he re-tears, it's on a slide off the cliff, but fire.
Okay. Jamie.
Fire.
Yeah.
We got the band
My
between
man, Jamie.
All right. Chicken nugget.
Right now it's all about getting burning hot, so fire.
All right. Will Vogel.
Fire.
I got to do this for a second.
Oh, God help us.
I'm burning for you. Yes, it's fire.
Mhm.
Blue Oyster Cult,
The
let's
sage.
go.
JB, the singing, the answer was fire, but the singing not so much. I love you.
That's
What do
okay.
you
I
mean?
don't care.
He wasn't trying. When
No,
he
I
actually
really wasn't.
tries, he's good.
I didn't
Burn
realize it
out
became.
today.
I didn't
Burn
realize
out
it became
tonight.
karaoke. My bad.
I love Blue Oyster Cult. They're a fun
Oh,
band.
so do I. I'm old enough to remember them the first time, Will.
Don't fear the
Ooh,
reaper.
burning hot like a fire in the hole at Silver Dollar City. Oh, bringing back the old
Ooh.
Western gambling house. Nice.
Nice,
Dang,
Nick.
All right. Now we're gonna get into the fire and ice free agent thing. Should teams avoid paying top dollar for aging cornerbacks in 2026-27? Fire or ice? Megan?
Oh my God. You've put me on the spot because I'm trying to think. They pay too much for aging players that fall over, so ice.
Jamie?
I mean, ice. It's a passing league. Can never have enough corners. Ice.
Chicken nugget.
It's getting cold outside. It ain't winter, so I'm definitely gonna say ice.
Winter
All
here,
right.
though. Winter here.
Will,
What was the question again? I'm sorry, I zoned out for a minute.
should you be paying aging corners in this market the way it's been going lately? Fire
Ice.
or okay.
Ice. Don't.
To quote
It's a mistake.
To quote the great Robert that had a song that came out as a one-hit wonder, he got sued over for copyright rights. Ice, ice, baby.
Oh, yeah, Queen sued him. I hate that song because of Queen. I am a Queen fan.
Had to do it.
Well, the chord progression's a little different, but yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, instead of going dun 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 dun, it goes dun chicka dun 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 dun. I know. I heard the argument that Vanilla Ace made.
I had a friend who told me their favorite song was, who was a Queen fan, told me their favorite song was Ice Ice Baby.
Queens is under pressure, not Ice Ice
Yeah,
Baby.
I know. I'll finish that story later, Jamie.
So looking forward to next season, is the upcoming free agent class stronger on defense than offense? I'm gonna start with you, Will.
I don't even know who the free agents are.
You can look. It's easy. Go to Spotrac. Put in 2027 free agents.
Let me look real quick. Give me a minute.
Yep, no problem.
What's the website?
Spotrac.
Spotrac. Yep.
When you go to free agents, you click to the next season, and it'll tell you who's going to be free agents at the top.
That's tough. I do think it is. What was the question again? Defense?
Stronger on offense or defense? Offense, fire, defense, ice.
Ice. I saw a lot of good defensive names.
Chicken nugget?
I definitely agree with Will. It would be ice.
Jamie?
Ice, due to the fact that 12 and 13 personnel and heavy personnel is kind of reviving and coming back into the NFL the last 2 years.
Megan?
Ice. No question. No hesitation.
And to quote another great man, it's as cold as ice.
I was about to do that. That was the one I was going through. I couldn't remember it, so I saved you.
And that is our rapid fire segment tonight. So now we are going to go to our hometown segment. Will, what's going on with your Pampers? Are they still full of shit, or are they getting better?
You know what's
Well
funny?
played,
I
sir.
looked up Panther news like a few minutes before the show. There's nothing new. There's no news to report.
The Pampers, JB, the Pampers, Panthers, the team everybody else shits on.
Yeah, exactly.
Megan,
hey,
Megan,
you know who's the only team that didn't
next
shit
time
on
to
them in
see
the regular season? The Scams. I mean the Rams.
And this is the one time only, gentlemen, I will back the Rams. Love you, Will, not that much.
Hey, Megan, next time the Seahawks suck, I'll remember that they are really the sea chickens in disguise.
Oh, listen, sweetheart, if that's the best you got, I got the sea cocks, the sea chickens, the sea trolls. Come on.
The sea
Get on
hags.
my level. Sea hags, get on my level, Will. You got time.
I do.
He'll learn. All right, Chicken Nugget. What do you have for Lions news?
The best news I got is training camp. It's right around the corner, and fans are excited because they're already getting tickets sold out one by one. So that's the best news I could think of right now, coming out of the Detroit Lions. One pride, let's get it.
Oh,
Jamie
JB, I do have a news thing, but I'll go back.
Okay, go ahead.
He didn't start for us but he is originally from Charlotte, but he was a Panther at one point. I think he was drafted by us. Will Greer retires. He was the Panther. He never started, but he is from the Charlotte area.
Right.
So
okay, Jamie, what's going on with your Bills?
We enter year our first training camp with entering at a new stadium, but we're gonna be right down the road from where I live in Pittsford or in suburban Pittsford, New York. They're going to be returning to St. Jeff Fisher University for 7 open training camp practices. It's the first year under head coach Joe Brady. We got a lot of talent coming back. We got 4 young guys who could possibly dethrone their incumbents. You know, they're basically going to be the primary challengers. And then but Joe Brady will look to do actually something that has never been accomplished in the NFL before with the Bills, and that would be the first assistant coach promoted after the longtime other coach was fired and try to win a Super Bowl with the team. Because the one time it was done is with George Seifert and the 49ers, but what's his face? Bill Walsh was not fired. He stepped down. So Brady's looking to be the first assistant coach to be promoted after the other coach was fired on the team to win the Super Bowl. And
Nice.
I think he's got the talent to do it. There's a lot of pressure on him, but I think there's also a lot of pressure on Jim Leonard, the new defensive coordinator, because that was the Bills' thinking when we got rid of McDermott, is we promoted Brady because we knew the team was good. We just thought maybe changing up the defensive scheme would help our superstar quarterback Josh Allen, get a little bit more possessions to win in the playoffs. So we'll see. Yeah, I agree with that, Michael. I definitely think I definitely think he's going to be a head coaching candidate next year if everything goes out well as planned.
All right, Megan, let it rip on your Seahawks news, because I know you got some good one for the Seahawks.
So in 12 Nation, Sunday morning my time, sitting in church, my watch and phone are going off the charts. I will preface this by saying when I'm in church, I don't usually pay attention to my phone or my watch, particularly when I'm in direct eye line of our priest. But as I said to our priest, prayers were answered. Seattle has been sold for a league record $9.612 billion, which is a markup I'm led to believe is somewhere in the vicinity of 120% of what Paul Allen bought the team for when Paul bought it.
From the owner who shall remain unnamed.
Yes, the 3.1% owner or shareholder of the 49ers, obviously being terribly scarred that the Seahawks won a chip in his backyard. And of course, the 3.1% stake must be sold, still under approval. But what I love about it is 2 things. To answer Nick's comment, the team cannot be moved legally till 2035, if at all.
They won't move at all, ever.
No, they're not going to. Well, secondly, Lumen is not being demolished. It is undergoing major renovation.
Good.
And 3, what I love, as per Paul Allen's directive for his trust. No. Nick,
that was kind of funny. I'm sorry. Hey,
that was pretty funny.
That was kind of funny.
No, that's funny. But John Schneider has said hard no, so maybe he'll go to your team, Nick. Just saying. And thirdly, what I love most of all is Paul Allen had a directive in his will as for the trust to divest all of the sale proceeds to his philanthropic endeavors, including marine research, medical research, brain research. So I love the fact that it's not going into Jodie's back pocket or the Allen Family Trust. It will be divested through charity. And of course, we now have 10 days till training camp. And like the Lions, we are selling out too. And I've just got to take a quick phone call.
Yep.
Oh,
And yes, we have the big news about the Lions, and they opened up 12 of the training camp dates to the fans instead of the normal 2. So, and those tickets are going faster than the hooker's door next to a Navy base on payday.
are you going?
I wish I could. I didn't get in line. I've been working too much. But that being said, I want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us. Will, tell everybody how they can find you, then Chicken Nugget, and then Megan, and I'll be right back for Jamie's longest outro in NFL Roundtable Hawks history.
I'm gonna dip out once.
Go ahead, tell yours, Will.
WVogs 18. I do comic book content, but you guys can find me here on Wednesdays and Fridays. I haven't been here lately, but yeah, JB, thank you for having me. I'm gonna dip out, but guys, check out Jay. I know he said explain what I have going on, but guys, check out all these awesome creators on this panel. They do great work, along with JB, the host. He does great work. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care, Will. Sorry about the phone call, by the way, fellas. Did JB duck out?
I think he did.
Oh, there he is. Sorry about that, JB.
That's okay, Chicken Nugget.
Well, you already know what it is, man. You can follow me on Twitter at CNK313 Sports, and you can follow me on Instagram at Chicken Nugget King 313. You can find me on Lions Talk Live, Lions Nation Unite. You already know what it is. With that one, make sure you go out there and get our gear now. You know, hats, sweaters, t-shirts, you name it. It's all Lions related right there for you on LionsNationUnite.com. And you can definitely subscribe to your boy Chicken Nugget King 313 right here. I'm sitting at 392 subscribers. Keep on building my subscribers up because I definitely could need the support. And with that being said, let's go One Pride. Let's get ready for the season and let's go on a bumpy, long ride all the way to the Super Bowl, baby. Let's go.
All right. Megan, shout out what you do for the Hawks Nest and where you can be found.
So many places at the moment. Supposedly on a Hawks Nest stream today because we're doing 7 shows a week. So over with Brandon Kane, the 12s and some visitors. JB has been one over on the Hawks Nest. As I said, we are going 7 days a week, so that'll be interesting. I'm also on Tuesday nights over at the NFC West Roundtable. I am on all socials with the Aussie 12 tag, so you can find me there. And of course, on the second best roundtable, and I have to say second best because NFC West, Jeremy, apologies. But yeah, love being here each week. May not be here, as I said, if I'm needed over on the Hawks Nest every week, but yeah, as I said, 12 is one always, and go Seahawks.
Jamie, let her rip with the longest outro in NFL Roundtable Talks history.
All right, you guys can follow me, yours truly, on Bill's Chat 1 at Bill's Mafia Chat, and also at Jamie Malloy, the unbiased journalist, at DJ Dog Tags on X, theforkball.com, and buffalodown.com, where I write about all sports. You can also find me every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock 8 o'clock Eastern time as Joe Daly and I do the Subway Conversation Chat. Next week we will be doing season 3 of episode 15, so catch that. And then every Tuesday night you can catch me back on the same Driver to the Top Productions at 9 o'clock Eastern time, where me, Ken the Bears fan and Jeremy and Dylan, Rich, and all them are doing open sports mic night, and then you can catch me back here on the KCB Sports Network every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern time for NFL Roundtable Talks, and then every Saturday night you can catch me on there at 9 p.m. Eastern time Saturday for Baseball Roundtable Talks on KCB Sports Network. Thank you guys very much for listening. Please keep subscribing to our YouTube channel. We're getting really, really close to monetization. Don't forget to like, comment, ring the bell for all notifications. And for more content on Driving to the Top Productions, you can find us on Roku TV, Amazon TV, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. From all of us here, I'm Jamie Malloy, and we will see you next Wednesday. And I'll also see you guys this Saturday for Baseball Roundtable Talk. And we'll see you next Wednesday for another episode of NFL Roundtable Talks here on the KCB Sports Network. Be good, do good, and God bless. Go Bills. See you next week, everybody. Good night.
All right. And as always, this has been the NFL Roundtable Talks. I am Smoking Jeremy B, your host. And yes, I created the channel KCB Sports Network. This is my 5th season, and your subscriber update is 764.
Oh,
So yeah, we are still growing at a very good rate. I want to thank each and every one of you, the fans, for it. Because I personally, if I get monetized, yes, I'll be happy. I'll be ecstatic. But I didn't do this to get monetized. You know what I did it for? I did it for the love of the game. And so from all of us here to all of you, I say try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody in the chat. MDE, Nick Burton, Megan, you were in there. There was a couple of others. John Dorn, even though you're a Packer fan, much love, brother. And may you all have a very peaceful week. And tune in tomorrow at noon when I do more Detroit Sports Talk with SJB. Friday night at 9, the Lions Fan Cave chat. I hope that Chicken can be there this time.
Oh, I will be there.
And
yes.
Then, of course, on Saturday, the Baseball Roundtable Talks. Well, we'll recap the action of the All-Star game and talk about the latest headlines around the league. But have a great week, everybody.
Peace.
Of the city where the nights stay alive, lions roar in the chat, we're ready to thrive. Smoking Jeremy keeps it lit, passion ignites. Keegan the villain knows the stakes are in sight. In the fan cave we rise, raising cups to the sky. Here in the lion's den, we're hungry for gold, for that Super Bowl glory. We'll never grow old. Raise your voice, let it echo.